What is up, people of the tube? I don't normally do it, but today I will be opening a box, and this is inspired by Sean Goff. Homie out there in the United Kingdom. This dude was pro in the 80s and has a really sick style, has a mean front sweeper, but what I really dig about Sean is that he's been running an online skate shop for the past 25 years, and he's the #1 seller in Europe on eBay. So that is really fucking cool. What up, Sean, if you're watching, man? Big inspiration, dude. And I happen to have a box of flip skateboards today. These are specifically for me to skate. I normally try to stay on the same shape when I find something that I like, and I will run that until I can't find any more of the boards, because I would much prefer to be comfortable and know exactly how the board is going to skate every time I set one up, you know what I mean? So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on, I think I got 5 or 6 flip boards. One of them was supposed to be the Really Sorry Rune reissue. I have a little project in one of my rooms. I'm going to be doing a Volcom / flip display, and that one was going to be sick. But sadly, I was emailed and told, hey, we don't have that board, sorry, you're going to get a refund. All that to say, every one of these boards will be skated. I will find another wall hanger rune at some point, but I'm looking forward to these graphics. They are all 8.5 and above. So without further ado, let's get into it. This order comes from an interesting shop in Escondido, California, called Ground and Sea. I tried to do some research on them, and it seems like they mainly sell motorsports, but if you want to get a deal on flip decks, they have probably the best prices. I won't gatekeep it from you. $50 to $55 is what you'll pay for a quality skateboard. That's the price we used to pay in the early 2000s, so that's pretty fucking incredible. Well, let's go ahead and pop this open, see what's going on here. Want to mention that Flip is distributed by HLC in Spain, and I don't think I've ever skated a board other than the Skate Mafia Micro Complete. I don't think I've ever skated one of their boards, so this is going to be an interesting test because I have many of them, and whether they have a great shape or not, I'm going to skate them. So the first one here, we got this Rune reissue. This is the Rune Dragon, 8.5 by 32.38. I remember this series, and every pro for Flip, which if you recall, Flip had in the early 2000s a superstar team, and their graphics were fucking awesome. This one is no exception. Yeah, I really like the script that goes right beneath the pointy, like kind of HKD style lettering. I think this might be the first one I skate, but off the top, I'm seeing that we have a colored top ply. The bottom ply is colored as well, but no colored ply for the center. That's one thing I really like, but it's not a deal breaker. That's one of those. I did get a few of that graphic. Damn. Woo. Okay, wow. So interestingly enough, this HKD team graphic, it is 8.5 by 32.75. This board immediately feels thicker than the Rune that I just had, and I immediately see that it has, looks like the top 2 plies are colored, and the graphic actually wraps a bit around the board, so I can't see if the bottom is colored. But I really like that there is the HKD top graphic. That looks no different. It is different. It's bigger and it's not burned into the board like it would have been in the early 2000s, but that is still a very cool nod to the Sorry era. I would have to say I was the biggest flip fanatic during the Sorry to Really Sorry era. Didn't like Really Sorry as much. It didn't feel like as much of a production for obvious reasons. I got the yellow VHS tape and also Dying to Live by Zero. I got those two videos in the same trip to the mall, and I think I wore through both of those videos eventually because that's just part of the game with rewinding tapes that much. You stand the risk of deteriorating the components within the cassette. So anyhow, back to this board. I think this might be the first one I skate. This looks so rock solid. I'm interested to see, because I did get two of that HKD graphic, I'm interested to see if there's any variance in the top graphic and how the board feels weight-wise, because those are two very different boards right there. Okay, here's another Rune Dragon. These two guys, the top plies look a little different, man. That's very interesting to me because the top two plies again on this Rune are colored top plies, but that first one is just one top ply that's colored. So I'm sure I'm just reading way too much into this. I just think it's very fascinating. This one, oh man, look at that. Whoa. Okay, hold on a second. What the? So this one, I pull it out. It's the Rune Elephant. This one has a sticker on the top that says Made in the USA. I have never seen this blue sticker before. That is something else. Again, top two plies are stained. I can tell that the bottom ply is stained as well. I'm gonna have, this is the only one that I got just one of, and it's an 8625 by 32.42. So this is a big daddy board, but I think I'm gonna get one more of these because, or maybe two more, because I really like the fact that it says Made in USA. It honestly has a bit more of a shape to it than I would prefer, especially for a transition board, but I don't care. It's Rune. I'm willing to give it a shot just based on aesthetic alone. That is fucking sick. I think I remember a similar graphic in Pro Skater 2. Rune having one of those Copenhagen flags on his board is really fucking cool. And I love that it says Made in the USA. Perhaps it didn't make as many trips in unventilated containers, you know, whether it's like they're traveling by train, plane, automobile, who gives a shit? The less travel for the board, the better. So that's the elephant board, Made in the USA. Next up, we got another HKD team graphic, 8.5 by 32.75. I really love the blue on that one. I have some Flip, Volcom, and RDS stickers that I can't wait to mess around with because they're really nice vinyl ones that stick really well. We're looking good. The only one that I'm concerned about thus far would be the first one that I pulled out, and that's just because it doesn't have the same schematic as the others with the two colored top plies. And to be honest, that's something that I don't ever really see. So that's unique. I like that already. And one more dragon. You can tell I really fucking like this graphic. And yep, top two plies are stained. Bottom ply is stained as well. Man, I am really stoked with this assortment of flip boards. I am coming off of riding Birdhouse 8.5 boards, and I gotta say I'm really not that impressed with the, I want to say it's bareback that is pressing all the Baker Boys stuff right now, Death Wish, Baker, Birdhouse. I just don't like the quality of the wood. I feel like there's a lot of corners that get cut, and even though of the 5 or 6 Tony Hawk boards that I picked up recently, I think only 1 or 2 of them had this issue, but we're talking about a manufacturer that is perfectly happy with putting end pieces in, you know, one of the middle plies of your board will actually be 2 different pieces of veneer. Okay, well those are scraps, but why throw them away when we can wedge them together? And you know, I've noticed that over the years with that manufacturer is a very common thing. So looking to get away from that. I'm hoping HLC is the way to go. I will report back with my findings. I appreciate you tuning in. Have yourself a great one.